Hello, this is Solon. And I was actually uploading this match, but I decided to redo it so it's better. I actually care about this video. Now, this video is going to be a short one, but it's going to be about what happens when you don't follow RUSE principles. In this case, I wasn't following my own RUSE principles and rules of combat in RUSE, and I suffered for it. Now, here's a situation, strategist FFA. I'm Italy, I picked Italy. I usually play Italy, so it's a lot in FFA. Otherwise, random. Now, there are 3 ways to play strats FFA. 3 real ways. If you're playing to win, these are 3 ways to play. Way 1 is when you go full turtle in like your little home island thing, and you just get your 3 depots and spam admins, and that's it. Until late game, or whenever you're forced to fight, or whenever. Second way, you go to the middle. But secondary base here. It's more economy, but there's more danger from either your flanks or even potentially someone else on the map if they have units in the middle or air that's being aggressive. The third way, and the way I usually play, and a good amount of people play, is rushing one of the flanks. Or at the very least attacking one of the flanks early. And I prefer to go this way. Because I usually like to kill at least one of my flank partners. Both of them if I can, then go middle and just go full turtle for like 10-15 minutes and spam admins and win. Anyway, so in this case, I decided to rush Brewski. And first, I decided to rush him with, do double blitz, 3 barracks. Barracks on my home base, barracks right here, and barracks right here. Barracks on my home base, all C4 attack. Brewski does camo, no blitz, interesting enough. Now, the biggest issue here, or the root issue of everything, was I was overconfident of my chances of victory against Brewski and thought I could just run into him without actually trying at bare minimum. So I ended up losing because of that. Because due to my overconfidence, I do not follow principles and rules of combat in RUSE, since I think I just go forward. And I do several mistakes. So Brewski, sees what I'm doing. Did he play decryption? No. Bank offensive, which isn't worth it 99% of the time. I'm not sure if it was worth it here, even though it did get value out of it. It wouldn't have mattered if I was playing correctly, but he does double barracks, which is interesting, since against M15s, like, you can bottleneck them here with your infantry if you have blitz and you micro well enough. And it's not particularly hard micro, just have a basic idea of what you're doing. He correctly guesses that I'm going barracks, which you should do as Italy, since it's superior to going M15. So it begins. And we both went 2 depot. So there's a couple things to look at. First is I built 3 barracks and he built 2 barracks, so he has 20 more supply to spend on infantry. Or whatever. So that means I'm behind for infantry, so I need to look for a way to get my advance track up. And the way to do that as Italy is you can build tanks, so you force them to build anti-tank. In this case I built 3 M11s, which is 30 supply, which is too much. I should have just built 2. Because 2 will, like, the main idea here is to force out the anti-tank respawn, so they spend a bunch of money on anti-tank, and you just have so much more money for infantry. Now, we both do the correct thing of not going into town, because remember, if there's forest and town next to each other, if someone goes into town, you just go into forest, then you kill them when they leave the town, so, yeah. Also, the Sahariana arguably wasn't needed. Like, I could just rush for this side of forest since it's so thin, then if he actually does go this way, and I'm not going to get there first, then I can build the Sahariana. Otherwise, I don't really need to build it until I need to build it. I could have had 2 more heavy infantry since I didn't need to build it in this situation. Now, funnily enough, these GIs do force me to make 5. I do make 5, which is way too many. I should have identified that these are GIs and get only 2 heavy infantry. That's all that's needed. Deal with 4 GIs, although in this case they're decoys. But like I could have 3 more over here. I could just have 2 little infantry over here. So here's the first issue. I was overconfident. I could just run into Bruce and kill him. But so I decided not to defend my barracks, hoping I can just rush. Me and my M11s just rush towards this barracks and capture and return. But there's a problem with that. If when he captures this, it increases his production speed, so he can make his infantry really, really fast. And that time does matter. And yeah, I should have defended this. Because, especially since Brewski is dividing his forces. I mean, I am too, but I shouldn't have divided them so much. And I should have kept at least 1 or 2 of the M11s back here and spam infantry out of here. Then use this force and this force to like hammer and anvil his infantry force right here, with the barracks being the anvil and the army right here being a hammer. So I can crush this blob for minimal losses since I'll have M11s and more infantry once I make some out of here. And at that point, I'd probably just be game over since I would just have so much more infantry than them. I could probably just go straight for his barracks. But instead, I don't do that. Because I just wanted to run into him and get this over with. But a little bit of... yeah. So he captures this. He makes the anti-tank bunker, which... if I had 2 M11s, I would actually be getting a free infantry since this costs 25 and 2 M11s cost 20, but I have 3 M11s. Although that's not a huge deal. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see if I can just do enough damage real quick. And this is obviously stupid. I shouldn't have bothered. I should have kept the M11s back. Because at least if I keep them back, then he can't counterattack with his own infantry outside of range of the anti-tank bunker. Another M11, although I'm pretty sure I built this before the anti-tank bunker came out. Go for the attack. Yeah, this just wasn't going to work. Especially since he has fanaticism and I don't, so. Doomed. At this point, I do identify. Man, it could have been possible to kill in this depot actually if I had like 2 more infantry. Even 1 more, I think I could have got this depot kill. Funnily enough. Or even then, maybe I could have got it. That was really close to death. Okay, so here's the problem. Remember, I made a video on this. Have a clear idea of how you're going to accomplish your objective. In this case, my objective is to capture Brewski's HQ in his base. I was not operating with a clear idea. At this point, it's obvious I'm behind. Like, he has 45 more points than me, so he has a lot more infantry on the field, so I can't really attack right now. Plus, he has his barracks. But I identified that his depot's exposed, and I just realized I also could have easily killed this depot. And that would have been game over, but... so I go for this depot. And if he has 1 depot and I have 2 depots, then I'm obviously going to win in like 2 minutes. Let me just spam my infantry back up and overwhelm him. But I decided to go for this and I captured the barracks because, capture barracks, right? I mean, it's just stupid because he has so much, like I thought I could make enough infantry, but he just has so much infantry on the field since mine died. Like, he's just going to bring these units back. Plus, yeah, my guys are coming in real staggered, so I'm taking a lot of unnecessary losses. I play fanaticism, which isn't helpful. So yeah, he just defeats that assault. So he kills all those infantry, then I don't have enough infantry of my own to defend my barracks, actually. Like, 5 more seconds, I would have been fine since I would get my infantry out. But it's so late that they're getting killed 1 at a time. They're coming out in a staggered way. Again, like, I should have identified that all I have to do is wait 2 minutes. I can, like, have superior economy, so I just wait 2 minutes and kill him. And I was just being needlessly aggressive. needlessly aggressive. So I didn't defend this barracks. I just ran forward and I tried to make this barracks capture work, which were both pointless. Here I could have killed his big for like what 8 or 10 infantry. That would have been huge. Again, most likely battle ending. I would have conquered his base after that in all likelihood. After I kill that, instead I charge forward instead of hammer and anviling his force right here. And I also dumped way too many resources into this barracks and then got an army like right outside his base, so I could just come back and kill it. As long as I didn't dump resources into this barracks, I'm not sure if I would have conquered him, since maybe things would have happened, or he would have got like tanks or something. I probably just would have ended up turtling and going eco in the middle and ignoring it at that point. But yeah, basically, don't be overconfident and don't be needlessly aggressive. Hmm. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. And of course, I already said it multiple times, but know how you're going to get the victory. What route you're gonna, what strategy you're gonna use to get there, such as starving the enemy out with your superior eco, while I have inferior eco, and waiting however long to then kill them. Of course, you're gonna use then figuring out how you're gonna achieve that strategy and how you're gonna act to accomplish that strategy to accomplish your objective of conquering their base, or whatever your objective is. Win the game. Win the game or conquer it. Win the game if it's not FFA. Conquer the base if it is FFA. Okay, that is the end of this video.